Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I basically just talk about health and wellness. I talk about lifestyle ways that um, we can get healthier, just doing basic things that we do daily. I train as a pharmacist, and I'm a mom, and I'm a daughter of the Most High. Yeah. Well, today I just want to say something regarding my black brothers and sisters over in America. Actually, I don't know whether to call them black Americans, African Americans, and for just this purpose, I will call them so-called black Americans. I hope you all don't mind. But before I say anything, let me just, I'd like to quickly say a word of prayers. Thank you, Most High, for bringing us here this afternoon. I thank you for the life of anyone listening to me talk. I just pray, Most High, that you give us wisdom and that you bless us in any way that we need to be blessed today. In the name of Yeshua. Amen. Anyway, basically what I want to say is this, recently I've become aware of just how angry our brothers and sisters over in America are. By the way, I'm African, so in case you don't get this from my accent, um, I was born and brought up in West Africa, and I live here in the UK. Just talking on YouTube recently with some of our brothers and sisters, blacks, I've just got to know just how angry and some of them are with Africans. Basically, they seem to think that Africans sold them into slavery. I'm not disputing the fact that maybe some Africans actually sold their brothers, their fellow Africans, or their fellow brothers and sisters to the slave masters then. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm basically saying is that this was warfare. When you are saying that they sold you, it's not like they were just like it wasn't I, I wasn't there, but I can just imagine. I can try to imagine how it must have been. The first thing we need to understand is that this was full-blown out warfare. Africa was at war. The European and the American slave masters, they came into the African continent with the sole intent to wage war, to kill, to maim, and to enslave. So, and it's not as if the Africans did not fight back. If you look through history books, you will actually find that a lot of them fought back. But the fact that they had no guns like the Europeans had guns was against them. A lot of them lost their lives trying to fight back, trying to resist. It's not like, you know, people just have fun selling Americans. No, no, that's not what happened at all. Africa was at war. I mean, Africa was at war way before the Atlantic slave trade started. It was a war. So I just want to, beg our fellow brothers and sisters over in America, to try and remove that thing from their, try to remove that thing from your mind that Africans were just gladly selling you off because we all were so hungry, or we just hated you. Not that I was there, I wasn't there. But try to imagine, where you are living in America now. If there was a full-blown war there, the place would be in chaos. I mean, if people that are in Atlanta, they will not know what is happening in Florida. The ones in New York will not know what is happening. So there was no mobile phone, for example. There was no mobile phone. People didn't know what was going on. That's another thing we have to take into account. It's not like these days it's easy to know what is going on. You know, you can pick up your phone, you can watch the news and know what is going on in the next city. Then there was no phone. There was no phone. So there was no way people in one town could tell people in the other town very fast what was going on. And by the way, another thing we need to remember is that, like I said, they had no guns. No guns. You know, they were fighting with, of course, some of them had guns. Some people had guns in some towns. Some chiefs, some soldiers had guns, but they were outgunned by the Europeans and the Americans, which is why the Europeans and the American slavers were able to overrun the place. And by the way, I don't really understand why a lot of the anger is directed at Africans. They didn't own the ships. They didn't own the ships. They didn't finance the ships. So if you're angry with the Africans, the Africans who didn't really know what was going on, who were outgunned, what about the people that were financing this? The Christian men and women who were in Europe, in America, the bankers, the government, the British government, American government, all the other European countries who were financing this. This was big business. This was big business. It wasn't a small enterprise. These people came purely armed and they came prepared. It was a business venture and they meant to come and kill and maim. So let me just, I just want you, if you are listening to this and you're one of our brothers, our black brothers and sisters over there in America, try to take that thing out of your mind. Try to take it out of your mind. It's not gonna hurt. It's happened. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing. I wasn't there, you weren't there. Your forefathers, it happened to your forefathers. Maybe my forefathers were there. I don't know, but of what use is that going to do to us now? It's just going to hinder us. And one thing I really want you also to remember is this divide and rule tactics that the slave masters employed. If we are angry amongst ourselves, is that not, that's what they want? They basically want us to keep fighting ourselves. I'm not an African. Africans sold us into slavery. We didn't sell you into slavery. Africa was at war. Africa was at war. So it's high time that we started thinking that way. I know that it's difficult. My grandmother used to say that unless you have experienced a war, it's really difficult to imagine how it is. So try to imagine, like, if you were in a war zone. If you're in a war zone, how would it affect you? How would it affect your decision making? How would it affect the way you go around, interacting with your fellow humans? It's difficult. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. The other day I was talking to one of, you know so-called black American, and he just was like, just shutting me down. He doesn't know me. He has never interacted with me. Just the fact that I told him I'm African, he was like, I don't want to talk to you. You guys sold us into slavery. I didn't say into slavery. I didn't. The Europeans and the Americans did it. They did it. They did it. And you, if you keep on being angry with us, you are just giving them what they want. You're giving them what they want. Divide and rule, that's what they want. That's what they want, so that they can keep us wherever they want us to be. And by the way, this slave thing is still not finished. This slave thing is not finished. Go to Africa, go to a lot of places in Africa today, and you will know that slave trade has not finished. It's just taking on a different form. It's taking on a different form. So I wish you all the best as you begin to take this thing from your mind that Africans sold you into slavery. You take care now. Have a good day.